And there we are. Welcome back, everybody, to Waffleboard Breaks. How you doing on your Sunday? Double box break tonight. The first box break with the reload jerseys. 17 new jerseys added to the 24 on the table, so we're up to 41. We hit the built-in double box on Thursday, so that knocked out the two oldest boxes. Dale C actually hit both. He's actually the winner of record, looking to go for a turkey. If he hits in the first box, it will be his turkey. We've had a couple turkeys in the past. I think Big Al's been person ever hit four in a row. Big Al's actually not in tonight's. We have a pretty good crowd. Like I said, we got I think 12, 13 people, maybe more. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think 15 different people. Like I said, we got a lot of spots. Obviously, 41 spots tonight. Obviously, the minimum bids I kept down low. There were some unsolds, especially in our older boxes. All 17 eBay spots for the new boxes got the new spots were sold. There was, I think, 7 of them got the minimum bid. So you guys grabbed those cheap tonight, but the other 10, of course, did some action in the bidding. I'm trying to see if there's anything that sticks out of me. Like I said, there's nice, like I said, 16 different teams in the 17 New Jersey, which is cool. The only team was doubled up was the Rangers with the Richter had to sub in. So 16 different teams out of 17 New Jerseys. It's fun. 8 brand new names of the 17 jerseys, which is really cool. So it's tough to get that in there, but it's always nice when it works out that way. Boxes were sealed up, I guess, yesterday, shuffled up, and then I shuffled them up again today and numbered them, and they're on the shelves there to the left. All the older boxes are on the tables in front of us. We hit the oldest 2, so I'm not changing that around. Right now, the stacks kind of looks like a Tetris board, 6 stairs, like Mario World. We got like the 6 boxes from December are in the left column, and then we have in the middle is the boxes from January and February. The 8 boxes from January and February, and then the right has got the 10 boxes from March, and of course the 17 from the April reload are on these shelves. So until we start to chip away, I got the old stuff. I won't have to do any moving around, but it gives me an idea of where things are. Keeps it in order. We know the boxes stay in order. I don't mess with that at all. Some of these barely been touched since they've been sealed up, for the last couple months or so. But like I said, 2 boxes tonight. It's gonna be fun. We're down to 39 for Tuesday, 38 for Thursday. Of course, this is the first box break, so it's gonna be the cheapest possible Facebook claim prices. I got a couple of 4s, a lot of 5s and 6s, some 7s, and I don't think there's anything over 10. So I was trying to play with the spot price preview earlier. I'm just trying to feel, like I said, it depends on what comes out tonight. Some good stuff in there, so I'm really excited to see what hits tonight. See what'll be left for the chases for Tuesday and Thursday. First Facebook claims after the reload is always fun. I know some of the different people. We have some people, obviously, Shirley, Mike Gay, Ryan S. are here. Ron, they're not usually in on Tuesday, Thursday stuff. Ron had an appearance last week, was the first midweek stuff he's done in a while, but I know Shirley, Mike Gay, and Ryan S. are only here for us on Sundays. But James M. is here for both usually. Daryl L., Nick F. Nick F's looking for the closer mojo. Grab the very last spot to close us out. We'll see if that helps him. Thomas M. took the very second last spot, so we'll see if closer mojo goes to him as well. He actually has a couple spots. Nick, I think that's Nick's only spot, so he's going for the single spot magic as well as the closer mojo. Who else we got? Devin's got a spot. One of the unsolds. Also looking for some single spot magic. Who else we got? We got Brett G, Jake G, Father Son Duel. I shipped out the 8x10s to, I think I shipped it out to Jake's address. I think he got 2 of the 3, so they are showing up by this week. I have nothing left to ship right now until we hit tonight's. So then, this stuff will be shipped later, depending. Obviously, if Shirley Ryan or Shirley Mike A, Ryan S, or Ron Hits. I'll probably box it up and get ready to ship out. I have something else that has to get shipped out, but nothing, no boxes, no freebies, nothing to be shipped out right now until we break tonight. So who else we got in there? We got Jason M, Larry V's got single spot. Magic's looking for Ryan S. I think has a couple. Who else are we looking in there? We got CK's got a couple. Let me see. Other than that, like I said, Ron's got his spots. Good luck to everybody. Greg K, I think he had one on eBay and then he grabbed the unsold as well. So he's trying to go for that 2-spot action for him. So I think that's everybody. Like I said, 41 spots. I'm really excited to see what comes out. Like I said, the new boxes have only been boxed up a couple days. So sometimes, like I said, last reload we did 17 and then there's still 10 of them up there. So it's, sometimes you go, but we've been hot there lately. I think we've hit, 5 of the last 6, not counting the double box, like 5 of the last 7 boxes I think might have been from the last reload. So we've been knocking them out after going, I think we went 6 in a row, I think, or maybe 7, I think, before we actually hit one of the new boxes. But the old boxes there to be hit. I know you guys have some targets in there, so I'm excited to see what comes out, especially our oldest stuff. Obviously, just 6 boxes left from last year. Everything's for 2026 now. So we'll see what comes out. See if we can whittle away the old stuff as well as the new stuff. 17 of the 41 are from the reload. So it's a little less than 50-50 chance we hit a new box, of course. Like I said, we've been hot and heavy with the reload boxes until today. So we'll see what comes out. Who the randomizer shines on, you guys, tonight. But I'm excited. A little disappointed. Bolts lost in overtime. Slavkovsky completed his hat trick with a power play going over to just after the power play. He had, I think, 2 power play goals before that. They can't go into the box against the Montreal power play. They've been unbelievable lately, of course, with Suzuki over 100 points. Obviously, Caulfield over 50 goals. So they get Hudson's. It was obviously rookie of the year last year. It was point game player on defense. Slavkovsky is turning into the purely legit number 1 overall draft pick he was when he was selected. Obviously, I mean, he's a big body with some moves, and obviously he's got talent. Like, he scored pretty much. He scored 1 power play goal is exactly where point sits, like just above the crease area. Snapped that one home. The other one was a slap shot from just a little below the circle on the right side, which was an absolutely gorgeous, unstoppable shot in the power play there. And the last one was just a weak goal by Vasilevsky. I mean, it went through the defenseman's legs kind of, but Vasilevsky wasn't squared enough to make the save, and then went kind of right by his gloves. And in overtime, Vasily's got to be better than that if Tampa wants to continue. But all year long, especially since the Olympics, I've seen Tampa play a lot of games, and even though they're missing members here and there, I mean, even as a full team, I just don't think they're better than Montreal, Buffalo, or Carolina. But that's in a 7-game series. Like I said, anything can happen. Like I said, I've been by their side, riding them the 2 cups and then the finals, losing to the over more talented, of course, Tampa team or Colorado team. But Buffalo's in trouble. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. As I'm saying, Veda Swayman, he's actually looked good. Like I said, I was surprised to see some of the goalie choices. Obviously, WAFFLEBOARD breaks. Darcy Kemper didn't get the pick for LA. Forsberg did. So I think Kemper will probably get the game too after them losing. That was a good close game. Obviously, Panarin got one late to make it a 1-goal game, but I'm not sure if they go back to Forsberg, if they give Kemper a chance again. I'm surprised that he didn't get picked to start the game 1, but surprised by that. Of course, there was decisions whether or not Freddie was going to be the man in Carolina, and he was lights out. Freddie Anderson, one of the WAFFLEBOARD break box member. He's up there as a Toronto Maple Leaf, but for Carolina is scary good. I mean, like it's just tough about them. So, like I said, we'll see. Like I said, it's the teams. Like I said, 7-game series. They're all going to be different. Locally here, they're Google about Gaga about the Flyers. I mean, Porter Martone is a 19-year-old stepped in. I think he's got 10 points in 11 games, including the game-winning goal yesterday. I mean, it was an insurance goal. And then, the Pittsburgh got back to 3-2, and but he ended up, with the Russ had the second goal, Malkin had their first goal. But obviously, he's flying high. Villar's been rock solid in net. Like I said, the Flyers have been the second best team in the league since the new year, I think, or since the Olympic break at least. I think Buffalo has been the best, and then Flyers been right there, and that kind of was their fight to the playoffs. And like I said, it came up to the last couple of days, so we'll see if they can continue. Obviously, Pittsburgh has got full Hall of Famers in Malkin, Crosby, Letang, and Carlson, who are starting to show their age, but we'll see. I mean, they're still Crosby's one of the best players to ever lace him up. Malkin is lock Hall of Famer as well as Letang and Carlson, but I mean, they do have Stu Skinner in that. I'm not saying Stu Skinner was the reason. He played great in game one. But they just couldn't get past Flyers defense. Flyers been playing well defensively, defending their blue line, preventing Pittsburgh to get in there. On the power play, they could barely get into the zone, and Flyers stymied them there until late. Obviously, they got to Malkin had a great wrister, and then Rust had a kind of like the point Slavkovsky goal just from above the circle, took a deflection, and Rust buried it. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I watched the Pittsburgh Flyer game, watched obviously the Bolts today, watched some of the Lance game. Obviously, Colorado is going to be really tough. Everybody's surprised seeing Dallas get stomped. I mean, that's like Minnesota basically put a whooping on them. Like I said, Minnesota's the third best team in the West, points wise. So it should be no surprise to anybody that they came out, guns a-blazing. They went to their rookie in goal, or not rookie, but their young future star, their franchise, Jesper Wallstedt. They didn't play Gustafsson, but Wallstedt was amazing against Dallas, and it was close early, but then they just got a lot of goals late, and they kind of ended up blowing it out in that one. So we'll see if Minnesota's for real. Obviously, their trade for Quinn Hughes proved that they're ready to make the run now. Kaprizov needed, that backline magic to kind of, complete them as a team. I mean, Minnesota's always been a good team, but that superstar on the back end, puts them in the talk of going deep in the playoffs. And we'll see. Like I said, obviously, Montreal and Tampa got bounced in the first round last year, so one of them will go home again. Dallas, has had the big series win last year against Colorado, but we'll see if obviously if they can get past Minnesota. Like I said, we got one late game tonight. So it's good. I think it was 7 games in 2 days. I think there must be somebody that hasn't played yet. Oh, the Edmonton's tomorrow. So Edmonton is the only series that hasn't started yet. So that'd be fun. Other than that, like I said, it was a good day of hockey. Long day of hockey. The weather's been weird here in Jersey. Like I said, it got the high 80s, and then got down to the mid 40s, high 40s. So it's been back and forth. Everybody's be getting sick soon from the change in temperatures. Feeling a little bit of sick myself, but not bad. But just some of that raspiness and some of the bit of coffee and everything. But people that sick around you, it's just as bad as you getting sick yourself. So it eventually goes around. But where you are, like I said, I was looking at some of the obviously that stuff in the Midwest, that tornado zone from from Minnesota all the way down to like Iowa, that big arc of terrible weather and tornadoes and stuff was coming east, and obviously it's hitting us. The cold part hit us first, and the rain a little bit today, but not terrible. But we'll see how it goes. At least we're not in the cold zone. Nobody's getting like snow yet, but talking like up north they're getting a little bit of snow depending on where you are. But like you said, hopefully everybody stays safe. We'll get through. Obviously, this is the first week of the NHL playoffs. This is a fun time. It's good. I mean, obviously, with the basketball playoffs as well. Baseball's been terrible, depending on which team you're rooting for. Some teams have been atrocious. Yankees have been pretty mediocre. I mean, the Phillies have been terrible. My Jays have been terrible. The Mets have been terrible. So it's it's not been enjoyable to watch. I'm trying to avoid it. Rather watch hockey right now. I mean, obviously, it's good to have that um, as a watch instead of having to pay attention to the bad baseball. But we'll see how it goes. Like I said, it's hockey's here, playoff hockey is here, and we're going to enjoy it. Obviously, we're missing some of the best young players. Obviously, the guys that we would love to have seen, not ready for prime time yet. No Schaefer, obviously no Celebrini, but those teams are a step away. But now we're seeing the teams have drafted in the top, 5 in the last couple of years have made their steps, and they're starting to make some noise. Ottawa lost game 1, but we'll see if they can come back. In game 2, Carolina is real tough. But we'll see. Like I said, Buffalo or did Boston win that game? Didn't see the final. Where's that one? Let me look at that. That was the only game I didn't see what the final of it was. It was 1-0 Boston. What did it end up being? 2-2. Where are we looking at? 2-0 Boston. Oh, and that's midway basically through the third. Where's our goals in that one? Oh, Elias Lindholm, new Waffleboard Break legend. He got a goal tonight. And Morgan Geeky. We have another Waffleboard Break legend. He's in there as a Kraken, of course, with the inaugural season patch. So 2 Waffleboard Break stars scored for Boston tonight, up 2-0. Pasta with 2 assists. We'll see. Like I said, it's it could be interesting. Swayman. So Swayman is working over Buffalo right now. Yeah, Buffalo had 50 wins, and right now they're getting shut out by Boston. So that's a 1 versus 4 seed. Of course, Boston's got a little bit more playoff pedigree than Buffalo's. First time they've been in 15 years? How many years it's been? So we'll see. But we got 10 o'clock tonight. We got the Mammoth and the Golden Knights. Obviously, that's another 1-4. So we'll see what we got with that. Obviously, 1-4 Lance over the Kings, 2-1 today. And the Canadians 4-3 in overtime as a 3 over a 2 tonight. So be interesting to see. It's going to be fun. Let me see what our schedule is. We got 4 games tomorrow, which is good for a Monday. And then Tuesday, we got 4 games as well. So it's pretty jam-packed first couple rounds. Obviously, we'll have, after the Mammoth tonight and then the other 4 games tomorrow. We have 4 games going on. We're back here on Tuesday night. So be ready, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Of course, I'll throw the spot price preview up tonight when I'm getting everything ready for the week. Like I said, it's going to be, it's good. Like I said, nothing, I think there's only a couple of double digits and of course, there's lots of 4s and 5s and 6s. So it's cheap stabs. 1-39 box odds on Tuesday, 1-38 for them on Thursday, but should be fun. Like I said, whatever comes out, whether it's big monsters, whether it's old spots and they've been sitting there for a while, whether it's the new stuff that hasn't seen some love yet, it's always interesting to see. Can't wait to see what comes out. So let's get to going. Like I said, I'm not going to wait around too long. We'll get to the 10 o'clock game viewing pleasure, and of course, I have lots of post-break work to do, get our eBay spots ready for next week. So, but other than that, that's it. Ready to roll. Let's do it. Let me see. Okay, let me get my dice and my random list. Okay, here we go. Very good. Like I said, 41 boxes. Okay, we can do 5 or more for our first box. Then we'll back that box number out and do 5 or more for our second box. Everybody here has been in breaks in the past. No newbies out of the blue on eBay. Everybody knows the drill. You guys everybody's hit before. Some people have hit more recently than others, but we'll see if the randomizer shines on you to get hot now. We said we've had a couple people that have gotten relatively hot recently. CK's been hot. Obviously, Dale's the hitter of record with his back-to-back. We'll see what you guys do tonight. So first box, here's our box numbers in order. Now 15 is our oldest. 15 and 17 is the early December reload. 31 through 47 is the late December reload. We got 3 from January, 5 from February, 10 from March. The 17 only had to skip 1 number. We hit the 2 old ones. There it is. 17 is still up there. 15 is the only number we had to skip. That's the only skipped number. So good luck, everybody. 5 or more on our dice roll. See what we got. And that is 11 times for our first box. I don't know if it's good or bad for new boxes. Somebody always tells me. I don't know. Let's do it, though. 11 times. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Boom. 1. 41 boxes. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And the first box tonight is going to be box number 8. 8 is in the reload. 8 it is. 11 times box 8. 11 times box 8. There it is, just like that. Reload. We hardly knew you, box 8. See who you're going to be. Okay. Back that out. Box 8 is gone. Okay, very good. 5 or more on the dice roll for our second box. Good luck, everybody. It is 9 times, Mr. Bueller. 9 times. We'll see. Let's do it. 1, 40 boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the second box tonight. Randomizer shines on box number 99. 99 is in the reload. 99, 9 times. 99, 9 times. 99, just like that. We hardly knew ye. 2 new boxes. 99 and 8. Here we go. Big time. Let's get that out so I don't forget. For Tuesday, box 99. And boom, just like that. Down to 15 new boxes. Very good. Very good. 99 and 8. 99 and 8. I don't know. Is Nick F here? Wants to make some predictions? Let me see. Nick F. Let me see. 99 and 8. Man, these boxes have been boxed up for 48 hours. 99 and 8. Okay. Got a good run of people here, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think 10. 10, like 10 different people in there. Ooh, very good. Box 8. Box 99. Box 8. Box 99. There we go. 3 stacks of 5. There we go on the shelves. Okay. Box 8, box 99. See what we got for you guys. 2 brand new boxes. Woo. Just like that. We hardly knew you. Box 8. Box 8 today. Good luck, everybody. Let's see what we got. Box 8 is going to be. I hadn't hit in a while, but he's going to be happy with this one. Here it is. You want goons? We got goons. Sandy McCarthy. Absolutely beautiful starter jersey. Don't see many starters. Beckett, COA, QR code. Sandy McCarthy, a true goon. Sandy McCarthy is an absolute gorgeous black Philadelphia Flyers starter jersey. There it is. Oh, man. That's right. Hell yes, he says it. Boom. Big time. Oh, man, just the feel of the starter jerseys. That I mean, just I haven't held them so long. Has been a while. Look at with the cool elbow patches they put on their jerseys. Starter wasn't a long time jersey maker in the NHL, but there it is. Double XL. You probably gonna wear that around the house, Thomas. There it is. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, you definitely got some Sunday magic. Very, very nice. Oh, look at that. Like I said, just the rep doesn't have fight strap or anything, but it's, the feel, the texture, they don't make them like this anymore. There's your starter logo on the sleeve. Of course, starter logo in the back. Sandy McCarthy. That is. Back when goons could be goons. You got some guys that can throw down now, but that was back when goons were expected to take a regular tussle to either charge up the crowd, charge up the team. Sandy McCarthy knew what was up. Obviously, he started his career as a long time banger and enforcer with the Flames. Like I said, I remember, like I said, long enough ago that I remember him coming into the league, played a short period, and bounced around a little bit, but seeing him on the Flyers, obviously here locally, he's one of those guys that becomes a fan favorite no matter where he is. Obviously, the guys that have the fisticuffs, easily, especially depending on what fan base you have. But there it is, Sandy McCarthy, the big boy himself. Very, very nice. That was box 8. Congratulations, Thomas. I knew you like the goons. I'm always looking for them. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. There we go. Yeah, Sandy McCarthy, man. Ooh, remember the tussles. Like I told you, at the Columbus Market, you could buy those old VHS fight tapes. He definitely was one of the guys that you could be able to get. That was before his Fire days even. Get the fight tapes. Box 99. See what we got for box 99. Matching the McCarthy. Less than 48 hours. Hardly knew you, Sandy. Very, very nice. Who's going out with them? Box 99. Box 99. See what we got. Sandy McCarthy's going out. Oh, man. This is one of my favorites, too. Happy to show this off. This one's an absolute monster. There he is. Future Hall of Famer, Joel Quenneville on the Hartford Whalers. Unbelievable. Obviously, you don't see Blackhawks jerseys with Joel Quenneville since he played with the Hartford Whalers, but he's been behind the bench for multiple Stanley Cup championships, and this is an absolute beauty too. This is not a star. This is the CCM Classic. The feel of the jersey is very much like the starters. That's the era. Not a fight strap. CCM Classic. Obviously, CCM the hem. No fight strap or anything on the CCM Classics, but just to feel these jerseys. There's your Whaler. There's your Whaler. There's the whale. Look at the tail. The whale and the A on the front. CCM Team Classics. Some of the best jerseys you can get. Obviously, it has to be from those players played in that period. Monster. That's an absolute beautiful jersey. Joel Quenneville, future Hall of Famer, Stanley Cup champion, head coach, multiples for the Chicago Blackhawks. I saw that jersey, had to have it into the boxes. Absolutely beautiful. Like I said, you don't see many whale jerseys anymore, ever. And of course, for a player that played with them back in the 70s, and obviously Joel Quenneville, Stanley Cup champion with the head coach of the Chicago Blackhawks. Big time, big time. Let's see who had the Quenneville. I didn't even see who had Joel Quenneville going to James M. Big hit, James M. Congratulations. Very, very nice. I'm not sure even, like I said, he hasn't been around long enough to me see who was fighting over him. So Joel Quenneville leaving me too soon. Sandy McCarthy as well. Congratulations, both you guys. 2 big hits in the first 2 boxes of the reload. Thank you much. Thank you much, everybody. Sorry for everybody that did not hit tonight. Your odds have gotten even better for, of course, on Tuesday and Thursday. 39 boxes on Tuesday. We're down to 15 from the reload. So definitely less than half of the boxes from this new reload. But there you go. 2 absolute beautiful monsters coming out of that. CCM Team Classics, Hartford Whaler. You're going to get a Whaler. Got to go old school Whaler with the Quenville. Very, very nice. So congratulations, both you guys. Absolutely beautiful hits. Thank you much, everybody. We'll get to the late game. Enjoy that tonight. 2-1 Buffalo. Oh, Buffalo on board. It's late. How many minutes left? Where's that one? Where's that one? What are we looking at? 2-1 Buffalo. Where's our score? Where's our score? Where's our scores? Look at the head. 2-1 Buffalo. 8 minutes left. Tage, of course, with the goal. Tage on the board. He's got to score if they're going to win. Tage Thompson with the goal. 8 minutes to go in that game. So enjoy the end of that game. Yeah, let's set the 7 minutes to watch that one. And then, of course, the 10 o'clock game. Get to watch the Vegas Golden Knights. That should be fun. Obviously, that's the last of the game tonight. The Mammoth. Maybe that's, I don't know. I guess that's in Vegas. So Big Al's not there. But congratulations very much. Congratulations, Thomas. Congratulations to James. 2 buttes. So I'll box those up, get those ready to ship out. I'll hold off, see if you guys hit Tuesday or Thursday if you're back in. But I'll get them ready to head out to you guys. Well, I hate to see you go. Love seeing the Quenville. Love grabbing that when I got a chance to. McCarthy, same way. 2 guys you don't see very often, ever on jerseys. Of course, McCarthy, Goons. Gotta love the Goons. And Joel Quenville. Rarely, if ever, find head coaches, especially ones that played, on the jersey of theirs. So, yeah, it's tough to even think. It's tough to imagine how hard getting coach jerseys are on autographs. So, but congratulations, both you guys. Thank you much. Thank you much. Hopefully, I'm not feeling too bad over the next couple of days. WAFFLEBOARD Bakes will be back for us on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. I'll get the spot price preview up before I go to bed tonight, and I'll get the stuff ready to list on Tuesday on eBay as well. But until then, I'll see you guys. Enjoy the games. 8 games plus the 2 tonight before we'll be back together, obviously, before the late games on Tuesday. But we got about 8 games to go before I see you guys again. So WAFFLEBOARD Breaks is out. Enjoy your beginning of your week. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon.